don't know why it's doing that. It showed a few seconds. It showed a few seconds before I hit live on there. That don't make no damn sense. But it's streaming now. I'll figure out the bugs later on. If I can do that right there, no. There we go. All right, there we go. Now, all right, so now we're live now. Okay, hey guys, this is Chris. We're talking through the medias almost. Damn, I just went through puberty for a second. Right there. Look, I'm here with Layla and Jason. Let me try to change cameras because I gotta be the cameraman and I gotta be the host at the same time. No, not to deal with your shit. but man, appreciate you guys coming out. Like, look, we had like a couple people waiting to watch us stream. I guess it took so damn long that they just gave up on us. They was like, these motherfuckers never gonna get started. But hey guys, so what's up, man? You guys are back in the studio. Now we can finally see the person that was giving us grief in the background. What's going on, Layla? First time on the spot. Camera's actually right over there though. Oh. Like, she'll get it. She thought she had her own camera. I thought you didn't want your own camera at first, right? No. I can change that. We can move it closer to you.
No, it's fine where it's at.
You want to tell people where you're from, and what's it all about?
What's it all about? Okay,
like right into the microphone so people can hear you. No. Well, maybe not that close. I don't know.
I want to get that corona. No, I'm from southwest part of Houston. I've been here all my life. Stayed in Atlanta for a while, thinking about going back. But I'm here for now. Right. What else do you want to know?
No. Why is it that when you just came back from the bathroom, you didn't wash your hands? That's one thing I'm still trying to figure out. Like, I didn't hear no water running. I heard a toilet flush. Don't touch the microphone. That's what we do here. But what's going on? And my boy Jason, y'all remember Jason? That's the postman. What's been going on, man?
Same old, man. Working hard.
And
trying to avoid the virus.
I knew this was gonna be a problem having a TV screen right here because you just can't get enough of seeing yourself on screen. Like the camera over there. Yeah. But yeah, this man, that's the major thing. That's what's been going on. So the virus, once again, it's the virus has been the major topic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about everything that the virus has been like shut down, that's been affected, and just some other stuff too. That's mostly what everybody's talking about. They don't want to talk about it, but we gonna talk about it because why? Because we came up with a new name for the segment. No longer we ain't gonna do real delivery anymore. This is what we bringing. We bringing real delivery to you. But Jason helped come up with a new name for the segment. You want to tell them about it?
Yep, we are the news Fugees.
No, that wasn't it. No, I'm not. I didn't like messing with you. Like, yeah, the news Fugees, not refugees, but the entertainment. Well, first we were thinking about making it the entertainment news Fugees, and then later was like, that sounds stupid.
It's just too long.
It's too long. It get on my nerves. Why can't it just be the Layla show? That's what it's gonna be anyway, probably. But yeah, the news Fugees. So yeah, we gonna just talk whatever it is. We just gonna talk about it. So whenever you guys wanna just chime in with some topics and conversations, let's just keep on talking. We're gonna try to build this community up on just being real with what's really going on. I don't care what your conspiracy theories are. We're gonna just let it all out. So the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. Who couldn't get some toilet paper?
Me. You know, but
the only one that didn't wash her hands.
I can't stand you. No, I did. I take that back. The corner stores. I think are the places people like
Forget about it.
Don't even think about.
For toilet paper?
For toilet paper and water. Because me and my son literally went to 6 different stores. Fiesta, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, HEB. Nobody had water.
What about Dollar General, Family
No,
Dollar?
they were all the shelves.
I knew that was the
clean.
first place to go. We got to get that dollar CP, baby. It's going to hurt, but we
I
got
heard
to
a couple people there yesterday, but on the way there, I'm like, I had to stop at the corner store for something, and I looked and they had cases and cases of water, and the aisle was full of tissue.
For Black and Mild, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't smoke. I don't smoke.
Let's be real now. But you said, but I didn't think of that. That's true. Gas stations, corner stores, yeah.
They had the cases. Because I was just going to get a couple gallons, but when I looked, they had the cases and they had tissue, the little cheap tissue. Hey.
Like those little tissues in the little little church packets.
No, actually the tissue they sell at the dollar store.
Okay.
It's real thin. Yeah.
One ply.
Oh yeah. And what about you? Any places that you've gone to that you've seen the madness?
The one Dollar General near my house. I keep on hitting that up, but last time I went, it was no more like you can't find no more Lysol. Mm-hmm. No more
I got
alcohol. No more hand sanitizer.
People are buying alcohol trying to use it to create their own
hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
It's only what 40%. Like it ain't gonna kill nothing. It's not killing nothing.
And it's no noodles. It was no I don't know.
I got
why.
that.
Like,
I got
no
that.
Raymond?
I should stop telling y'all what I got in my closet before y'all just raid my damn fridge. No Roman noodles. No.
He got all the water, guys.
Got all the hog maw, all the pig. I took it all. I ain't playing. I'm like, No, I mean, I went to HEB last night, and I put a picture up. I should have had this thing set up. I put a picture. I sent it to Joy, and showed us that all the meats were gone. I went to the bread aisle, all empty.
Wow.
And they replenished it, before the morning and everything, but people were waiting in line.
It's gonna be the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's not the end. It's just like it's a suspension of the way we used to it and whatnot. If you go to any other country, that's probably normal.
Natural, yeah.
That's normal. Because we don't. But America got this obsession with food and overdoing it with food. That if that burger ain't there when I think about it, we freak out. And then on top of that, when people freak out and get scared, then they overcompensate, and then it just feeds into that cycle. Then it just keeps the shelves empty longer because people are thinking it's the end time. Yeah. It ain't that. This is what people don't think about. I'm gonna switch the camera for this one to let y'all know exactly what you got to do in this types of situation. Now look, check this out. What people don't think about when it's the end of the world, you talking about the zombie apocalypse and all that other stuff. First thing I'm gonna go for when that nuke goes down and the zombies are coming or whatever, pet stores. I'm hitting up all the pet food because after the real food runs out, we gonna be going for the pet food anyway. So if you the first one to get
Pet food.
when all the food is gone. Honestly, if this was like an apocalypse situation, everybody's dying, like people are killing each other in the street, zombies or whatever the situation is, and all the stores are empty, and you acting like a scavenger. All the regular food is gonna be gone. If you see you starving, you see a can of Alpo, you just gonna die?
No, I'm gonna drink some water.
You gonna die?
But after 2 weeks, when the water can't sustain you any longer and you need protein. Your natural survival instincts will kick in, and that privileged mentality about dog food will shut down. And you're like, I need something. I need food. It says food on it. You can just ignore the dog.
Have you ever ate dog?
No, but I will. If there was nothing.
It sounds like you have the way the first one I'm gonna go to.
First thing I know what I'm getting.
It's not that bad.
The
My
first
only chance to eat it.
I'll shake that bag. I love chicken. I love liver. Meow mix, please deliver. That's the first thing I'm going for. Yeah. That's the first thing I'm going for because I know eventually now here's the problem with my theory though. Wouldn't it be messed up if I think it's the end of the world and I raid all the dog food? I'm like, I'm telling you, when the regular food runs out, they're gonna be raiding the dog food and cat food anyway, so I'm gonna get it first. And I got a whole stockpile of pet food. Then all of a sudden, war's over, everything fixed, back to normal, and I'm just sitting there like, oh man, McDonald's open again. I'm just eating all this. Waste not, want not. I'm just gonna finish it. I'm just gonna finish it. You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm just gonna go for it then. I might as well. That's what I'm telling you. That's my first step because you're gonna be eating it anyway. Trust me. You think now because it's not happening that you wouldn't do it. You starving?
Oh, yeah,
you gonna do it. You gonna do it. That's
my
what.
Kids wouldn't let me do that. Like. They would be like, Mama.
Yeah, because they don't want it.
They would be like, Mama, why you ain't eating some?
You are starving. You haven't had a real piece of food. There's no fruit, nothing.
It's gonna taste different.
In weeks, it's gonna
taste different. It's gonna taste like
your natural animal instinct to survive will kick in, and you will get over that. Like, if those people in that movie Alive got over the fact that they had to eat people to survive, you can get through into that. You never hear about that? You never saw that movie Alive? That soccer, was it a soccer team or something like that? They made a movie about it. It was like,
it's true.
It's a true story about this soccer team they were flying over the mountain somewhere, and their plane went down, they crashed. And after a while, the food, the scene of how the plane crashed was real good. I mean, the plane broke apart and stuff like that. You saw people in their seats ripping out and stuff, and they were landing in the mountains. It was snow, blizzards, all that stuff. After all the food from the plane started running out, they had plenty of water. They had ice, and you melted. They had water. The water was fine, but after a while, they started getting weak. They couldn't get hungry. They needed to eat. And one guy came up with this idea. I remember that scene like yesterday. It was like, oh man, he's talking about eating the dead. You talking about, no man, you're sick. Like, look, we gotta eat. We've gotta eat something. And he was like, there's plenty of dead bodies out there. They lined them all up. And the guy got a pocket knife and went straight for the butt cheeks. They just started. That's what they did. A true story. And half of them hated the idea at first, but after a while, they all came around because their instinct to survive kicked in. So I think there was one character, one woman or an old lady or something like that that was just like totally against it and whatnot. And I would have been like, you the first one I'm eating. After. Just give you a few more days. I bet your ass gonna be. But after a while, and then I think toward the end of the movie, they wasn't even a thought in their head anymore. They were just eating and just like it was just nothing.
Give me some of that finger.
Yeah, they started with the fattiest parts and the butts, and then they after that ran out, probably moved on. And I forgot how it ended. I know they got rescued, but that was their story. Yeah, true story. You gotta look it up. Yeah. And now I bet that dog food don't sound that bad now. after you raid all the stores, then you're gonna try to fish. Then you're gonna try to hunt. And if that don't work, you're going to just do whatever it takes after a while.
And mind you, animals is going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be looking for something to eat.
If any of y'all own cats or a dog? Yeah. Drop dead in front of your dog or your cat right now. See what happens. after they looking at dish, they going straight for your face. And they always start with the nose. It's happened too many times, especially with cats. Cats, they eat their owners. That old lady dies right in their house. They give it like a day or two. After they mourn you, they start to eat you. Yeah, I'm telling you, they go straight for the nose. I'm like, I seen the light. I see. Yeah, I'm telling you. Why y'all looking at me?
It's just weird.
I didn't make the virus.
So blame it on the virus.
I'm gonna blame everything on virus. If Trump can blame the virus on Obama, that man been out of office for 3 years. He gonna find a way. I think it's Obama's fault. I don't know. I'll connect the dots somehow, some way. But there's no test going on. You think that? What do you think about the? I guess let's get back on the subject. The things that have been shut down. What are some of the things y'all heard about that's been shut down?
One of the things that broke my heart was the NBA. Like, it was just getting good, man.
That was weird though, because there was only one guy that got it, one basketball player. So just suspend his ass.
Is he
he's
like
acting,
the only black person that is like?
No, but see what happened is he got it and he was acting foolish with it. He
He didn't
know he had it. He was like
he joked
he was
about
mocking
having it. He joked about
it.
it first, and then he really got it.
Got it, and then he passed it on to one of his teammates.
Mm-hmm. There was a doctor that probably saw it. There was a doctor that probably follows him on Twitter. Like, oh, you think it's funny, motherfucker? Wait till you come in for your checkup.
Man, he was touching microphones and stuff.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
He's like, mock it.
That's why the NBA shut it down, because he joked about it so much that, and obviously he didn't do it thinking that he actually had it. He was just joking. But that just tells you right there, you don't joke about this stuff. Don't play. Back when we were kids, we used to say that all the time. Like, don't make fun of people with mental illnesses because you're gonna have kids with this. That used to be the superstition all the time. And his ass is the thing that proves that theory is true. You make fun of shit.
Shut it all down.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't know how many of them players.
And that was one of the myths because I heard black people don't get this virus.
Man, don't even get me started on that. Somebody actually told me that shit the other day. You know, black people don't get it, right? Or people with high melanin in their skin don't get.
But tell the two black basketball players that got it.
Yeah, you know what they told me after I told them that? They were like, "Oh, he ain't really all 100% black. He French black or something like."
Nah,
so
he still got melanin.
I'm like, then technically none of us are immune then, because like if you black American, you got white in you. Somewhere down the line, you got a lot of it, and you don't even realize it. Don't even play. Like people always want to make their little theories fit.
But when I saw that floating around, it said Africans, were resistant. It didn't say you couldn't get it. It was like you were resistant to the. But that's crazy to me, because I'm like, how could they be resistant to this virus, but they get AIDS?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were happy to infect them all with AIDS and mess up their whole system with that, trying to keep them under control. But this virus, somehow now Black Panther done came through, and now they all got them. The force field is up. Here's where that theory came from. Here's where that idea came from. It's the fact that Africa is the least affected continent. But look at all the areas of Africa that's probably not that populated and whatnot. And even some of the Middle East. It's mostly desert lands and whatnot. So, I mean, anybody who probably has it, or no, even if the virus came out there, the odds of getting of it surviving out there, especially the Middle East, how hot it is out there, if you had the coronavirus, you gonna travel to Iraq? You feel like going to Iraq? Like, you know what? I'm gonna just cancel that trip to Iraq I was planning. Like, you ain't going to no damn Iraq. You they living in a hot spot where that shit probably can't reach them and whatnot. But
you know what's one of the most craziest pictures I've seen? Well, I don't know if you consider it crazy. It was funny. I seen Magic Johnson with a mask.
Yeah, why you gotta bring him up on that, man? I couldn't. There's gonna be people that won't be able to resist the irony. You worried about?
That's what the caption
That's what the memes are saying.
It said something like,
"I ain't risking
I think you're gonna be okay."
If you could survive that, no. But at the same time, he'd be the one that would be the most. Yeah, he'd be in the most danger.
Yeah, he gotta protect himself.
If there was anybody that probably self-quarantined himself when this shit started breaking down, it was him. He probably got those chambers that come down in his windows. Yeah. He tells his wife, execute order 66. Like, if I was him, ain't nowhere in the world. I'm not coming outside. You can call anything you want. What it may say, anything you want to ask me, fax me. Don't come over here.
But check this out though. It was interesting that I saw that because I was telling my brother-in-law when he first found out he had HIV. He played in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So why are they shutting down basketball?
because HIV don't spread like that.
But the thing with basketball is you get cuts, sweat all the time.
That's why they stopped him from playing, because athletes didn't want to play with him.
I think they got more educated.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, that was back when technically he could have played. But they didn't want to, because that's not even if sweat got on the skin or something like that, it wouldn't have gotten to you. But you're right. The second a bad bump, a head hit, a cut,
and then he would have been the one to get sick first. You know, especially before he really started taking his treatment. You know, because his
treatment. You mean his cures? That motherfucker got cures. That dude got cured. Whatever the doctors are using right now, he bought that shit in the damn 90s.
Yeah,
Like that dude got cured. He rubbed all that money on his body and got cured. Like, don't even call it a treatment. That dude is fixed. He don't, because I heard he don't. What's that commercial that's out like right now that they'll suppress it to, you still have it, but it'll be at such a low dose or a rate in your body that it don't really, it's not transmittable anymore. It doesn't really show anymore. You still technically have it, but you got it. He had that. He was like one of the first ones. Like, he guinea pigged himself or something, or he proved that the Illuminati is real, and he cured himself. But what would you do though if are any of y'all like around like people of a certain age, like your moms and your dads and your parents are still
yeah.
Because at that age, that's the group.
And then my cousin, they just had a little baby, just had a little baby. So yeah, they got to keep quarantining. My cousin, he works for like an engineering company around like at a plant. So that's like, but I believe they keep themselves masked up, gloved up. So
yeah, the only way you can catch a virus is just by coming in direct contact with it. So I always be driving around wishing, like, what if you could see it? Like, you can see the virus. Like, you see a cloud of corona over there in lane 3. You switch lanes because you don't want to go through that. I wish I could see it. I feel like in the future we're gonna have technology where the computers can detect it in the air and shit, and we can put it in our contact lenses and shit. I feel like 100 years from now, that's exactly what people gonna do. You're gonna be able to quarantine yourself and like Iron Man, like they zoom in, like analyze. Corona is all in this damn room. You're like, nah, I ain't going in there.
There was a movie like that though, where it was like in the future. Can't remember the name of it.
And they could detect the sickness on people?
No, it was like, what was her name? She played in that movie with she like adopted the black boy. He was a football player.
Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
The Blind Side?
Not The Blind Side. I'm talking about the movie. She was in the movie. It was her and...
Not Bird Box then.
Bird Box.
No, this was like an older movie. And it was like they were in the future. You know what?
The Net?
Oh, you talking about she was Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, that movie.
She talking about that movie was...
he was in
Judge
jail?
Dredd.
Not Judge Dredd. Wesley Snipes.
Well, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. What about...
You remember in the future?
Man! Oh, come on! The thing should be going crazy now, trying to tell us. I wish more people was in here. We all thinking about the damn movie, and now we can't think about it.
I seen a meme about that. They said now
it's not Judgment Day, not Judge Dredd, not Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock, Sylvester Stallone, and Demolition Man.
Yeah.
There we go. What was the scene where they could detect? They could detect when you cursing.
Yeah.
They could detect.
I just remember that. That's what, when you said that, that's what made me think of that.
I think that was like supposed to be a futuristic time where that technology was.
In that movie, I seen the meme of it. They said those 3 seashells don't sound too bad right now.
Yeah. You go to the bathroom to wash up and use the bathroom. Like, you don't even know. They you know what? That's one thing I hated about that movie. They never showed us how to use them damn 3 seashells in the bathroom. Like, what the hell they do? Like, one was probably the bidet, like splash some water up on you. The other one would start blowing your booty, like blowing your booty. Like, if you hear that jug sound on it, you hear that, you blow that air on your booty, and then the next one, it just like pats you, like, all right, you can get up now. Like, doo, doo, doo. People be pushing number 2, like, too much. Like, get out of the bathroom. I need to get on that seashell. They never explained how to use them 3 seashells. But they brought it up so many damn times. That's one thing right there that they need to explain. But everything that's being shut down, though, you said NBA. You said school. My school, my kids' school, just
Disney World.
Disney World's gotten shut. What does that affect? Like the economy, everything's going down. Like everything's about to shut down.
it's not coming out because of this?
The last movie I just went to the movies last night and I saw The Hunt. That movie that I did my review already, and it's gonna come out later. But like, long story short, it was exactly what I hoped it would be. I liked it. I could tell it's not gonna be one of those money makers and whatnot. And it sucks that they pulled it off. They pulled it from release from last year because they thought it was gonna be too insensitive for what was going on in politics and stuff. They were saying that because this is a movie about elite liberals hunting down conservatives and what for all those reasons, because they're racist, because they voted for Trump or whatever the situation is. Just kind of like almost like what Get Out was, how the elite liberals, they were the bad guys, even though they technically they were like, we want to kidnap these black people for a good reason.
What's the other movie that was like that?
There was a movie called Red State where the conservatives was the ones hunting down liberals. Yeah. So there's been movies where they've had this joke, but I was hoping that The Hunt would be at least make fun of both sides, and it did that. And it focused on stereotypes on the right and negative stereotypes on the left, and then they flipped the stereotypes where the joke is that liberals aren't tough. They shattered that one. They had some tough liberals in there, and then they had some punk ass, scaredy cat ass, gun nuts on that mug too. So they got on everybody. So I like that movie because it touched upon those things. And Hilary Swank was in it. She pulled out her old Karate Kid moves on there and whatnot. So I was happy for that. So I liked it. It was good, but yeah, it's not gonna do that well because people ain't. When the movie theater I went to was empty.
It's empty.
Wow.
It was a Thursday night, but it was empty. I was just me and the screen. That was that was. What else? What isn't?
Don't be scared, people.
What else is getting shown? What other movies? Are movies being delayed? Are they being?
It was something coming out tomorrow. I can't think of.
The Hunt is already out. Yeah. Today's Friday. Yeah.
No, it was the 14th. It was a movie I just... Was it the... Remember we were just talking about the... Was it Candyman? That wasn't it.
No, Candyman ain't coming out for a while.
No, it was another...
Man, that's another one that's one probably...
Antebellum.
The one where the slavery... With slavery?
It looks something like that, but it looks
it looks like modern time, and they like these people want to know what it feels like to own slaves, and they you haven't seen this trailer?
I've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
Isn't it...
That's Jordan Peele.
Oh.
Yeah, these white folks grabbing some black people today and living a slavery. Oh my God! Do you know the outrage and the backlash? If anybody got caught doing that right now, I mean, oh my God! You think that Area 51 raid thing was gonna be something? You're gonna have a whole swarm of black folks ready to bring it to that plantation if anybody ever got caught doing that.
Yeah, I remember I was showing my nephew. I was twisting his hair, and we were talking about Jordan Peele movies, and I asked him if he saw the trailer. And when I pulled it, I
saw the teaser. At first, it makes you think that it's a period piece and it's about slavery. And she's working in the fields and stuff, and she's looking upset. And there's another scene where she's running away, and then next thing you know, she looks up in the sky, and it zooms in a little bit. And I'm like, is that a fucking airplane?
Exactly.
That's what caught me. I was like, holy. And then the second I saw it, I was like, I 100% knew what this movie was about. I was like, I instantly got mad.
See, that's what I couldn't figure out what was going on. I'm like, okay, this is Jordan Peele, so it's gonna be twisted and crazy.
He crazy. He he mixed up. He gonna be on both sides now. But dude, watch that trailer. Even though I just told you.
Looks like the bomb. I'm not even.
Y'all know that's a sequel. It's not a reboot. That's like technical. I think that they're ignoring the original sequels.
Like they did with Halloween.
But with Halloween. But it's a direct tie-in with the first one. Like if you seen the original, right?
Yeah.
Remember the baby that was towards the end of the movie when there was a baby that was involved and they got taken and he I think it was returned back to his mom. Yeah, so you seen the trailer? You know who's starring in it,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like when he was saying Candyman, and then the woman was like, "Don't say that word." That was his mama. She was in the original Candyman.
Oh,
She was in the, and that's the baby. He's the baby. He's playing the
so
baby.
That's
that was
why. Okay, because in the trailer, it's like Candyman's taking over him.
Yeah.
Or something, or he's turning into.
He said she was telling him like, yeah, you were involved with that, and I think he took you, and then because that on the trailer he was like, well, I guess he found me. And that when a second I heard him say that, I went to Sean. I was like, "Is he that baby?" And then Sean looked it up. Like, yeah, he's playing. Yeah, so he's the grown up of the baby that was kidnapped in the end of the original movie that Candyman was trying to get. And now, I am 85%, 90% sure that we're gonna get press passes to go see that. So I'll try to get enough passes so we can all go check it out.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see that one.
A Quiet Place 2. They
pushed that one.
They pushed that back.
What
Marvel
was that one about?
That one, the first one.
Don't feel bad. I just saw Quiet Place part 1 like a month ago.
It's a part 1.
It's a part 1. It's
End of the world.
It's
monsters.
Oh, me and my son just watched that where they had
blind,
to be quiet.
Yeah, they're blind because they hunt with sound. Yeah.
I saw that.
And at that
she
time,
went into
she
labor.
was pregnant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you going into labor, and
I
you're
just
quiet.
saw that like maybe the beginning of this year.
Mulan.
Yeah.
They pushed that again. Mm-hmm. That movie can't catch a break.
New Mutants.
I ain't worried about that.
You ain't like?
I want to see it, but it's been delayed for so long that I don't care. They need to just release that on. They just need to release that on Disney Plus, man. That's what they going to anyway. They might as well. That shit's coming to Disney Plus.
I feel bad for that movie because they've been trying to come out.
They already lost their money on it.
They was gun ho. We coming out with it, and then the virus hit them.
It has no real tie-in with any of the old X-Men movies or anything that's coming out. It's the last X-Men a movie that was under that camp when Fox still owned it.
But the trailers for it look good.
But it looks good.
So it's another X-Men.
It's an X-Men tie-in Fox kind of a movie.
Yeah, and it's about these kids that have mutant powers, but it's like a horror.
They made it like the first horror comic book movie. They said they were really going to go for a horror thing. And when you watch the trailer, you're like, it looks scary. Mm-hmm. It looked like if it didn't have anything to do with comic books or movie, you would just think this is going to be a fucking crazy horror movie that's about to come out. But then you got that. But for some reason they thought it was trash. They delayed the release of it. It's been like 2-something years since the trailer first came out.
I think
wow.
I don't know about the very first time, but like one of the second or third times they delayed it is because of the Fox Disney merger.
Yeah, the fact that because Disney didn't want to have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought they was going to ixnay it when they first got together.
Everything that Fox had that was on that they actually wrapped production and was slated to come out, that was in that limbo. Mm-hmm. You notice none of those. If you go back and look at them, every Fox movie that came out just after the merger finished, none of them has done well in the theater. Everybody's kind of like mentally like disassociated themselves from Fox because nothing good has actually come out. Avatar 2 technically was already in production. Well, Avatar 2 has been in production for the past 10 years. Yeah. But that's gonna do well. That's gonna probably be one of the first major hits from the Fox days that now Disney's gonna now get the money for. It's gonna be
how well you think that movie's gonna do?
Not as good as it should have that it would have did if it came out in 2012. Avatar 2. I say this all the time. More people have died that love that movie. More people have died than are being born. Like that movie, it don't make no sense that part 2 took over 10 years to be made. Nobody cared. After Avatar came out, all those kids were on Halloween. Remember that movie Avatar, right? Mm-hmm. Think of a Halloween, that very next Halloween, where people were dressed up like all blue and whatnot. Now think of the Halloween the year after, and then the year after that. Nobody cared about no damn Avatar, but everybody was still dressed up like the Joker after Heath Ledger died. Mm-hmm. Every damn year, there's always somebody dressed up like the Joker. Mm-hmm. Nobody give a damn about that. But people are saying
that's what I feel like. The people who was pumped for the Avatar back then.
They were pumped then. But they gonna get pumped again. They gonna be like, all right, this is it. It's happening. They gonna get excited. But it ain't gonna make. It's gonna make $1 billion. It ain't gonna make $2 billion.
Nah.
It ain't gonna take the top spot again.
Nah.
James Cameron is guaranteeing that Avatar 2 will become the number highest grossest movie of all time. It's not even gonna come close to that. It'll make $1 billion.
Unless the story is just amazing.
But how?
I still think even if with an amazing story, I still don't think it's gonna make it. It would now if it has an amazing story, it makes well over $1 billion and almost $2 billion. That means part 3. I have faith that part 3 could do it, but part 2, no. Nobody cares about Avatar anymore. It has to be a hit, and then that'll be good for part 3. But this one is going to suffer because of how long it took to be made. It's going to suffer no matter what. No matter how great the story. It could be the greatest movie ever made. But it's going to suffer because it should have been made.
It's going to make money. It's going to make money.
It's going to make a lot of money. But it ain't going to make... It's not going to go... It's not going to go past 1.5 billion.
Yeah, it's not going to make the money that he wants it to make.
To be the number one movie of all time, it would have to make 2.8 billion now?
Yeah.
The first one made 2.7. And then Endgame finally beat that with 2.8 something. You know how hard that was for both of those movies. You know how hard that is?
Avengers had to come out again.
Yeah.
To get that.
Well, so did Avatar. People keep forgetting that Avatar was re-released. Yeah. So, like I'm telling you. But because of the fact that it took so long, Avatar 2 is not going to get close. But Avatar 3, Avatar 4, then we'll talk about it.
Do you think they're going to re-release the first Avatar right before they... Avatar 2?
Disney, yeah. But if Disney thinks that they're gonna try to play this whole, my conspiracy theory is that Disney is not gonna want to have a Fox original movie top one of their movies. Yeah. So I think they'll want it, but I think they'll kind of not want it. But now I don't know because Bob Iger is gone. We got a new owner of Disney now.
He's still running the show. He's just not CEO. He's head of the board.
You think he caught coronavirus? Why do you think he stepped down so fast? What Me Too thing happened with him for him to that dude just quit. He was talking to the Bob Iger, the head of Disney for the past, I don't know. He's the reason why all these major things have been happening for the past 20 something years. Disney been making more money than it ever made before. And then he said I might retire soon. And then one day it just happened, no warning. Like usually there's a transition, but one day he just was like, I quit, and this is the guy's in charge now. It was weird.
But
I think he did something.
Nah, I think
could have.
I don't think he did. I think he like, hey, my movie that I came out with is the highest gross movie of all time. I done did this Fox Disney merger. We came out with Disney Plus.
I created the MCU. Got Disney Plus.
Y'all can have it.
Listen.
Give me one more platinum.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to get out of here before this coronavirus gets bad. He's on an island right now, all secluded. Like, nobody coming to his spot. Like,
and he's gotten old pretty quick, man. Like, I seen pictures of him, no gray hair, and just boom, just...
I mean, well, you try to run Disney.
Exactly. So
you got to keep all Disney secrets. Like how many racist jokes did he say in his old movies and shit like that? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. What else? What's been shut down? So y'all ain't flying anytime soon. Huh?
No. It's cheap though. That's what I heard.
I heard that too.
What's the prices right now to get on the plane? Like they paying you now, right? First class, $50.
Another thing is like they
70.
like you go to baggage claims and security. They be like, don't touch me. I ain't want to touch you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't be like the president and start hugging everybody and shit. He got on TV and said, they say, well, is it possible that you might have got the coronavirus because everybody that you came in contact with has later gotten it. He's like, oh no, I haven't. I went to India and I didn't shake anybody's hand or we didn't touch it. Like 30 minutes after he said that, MSNBC and CNN showed pictures. This is the president hugging the leader of India right here. Why you gotta lie about stupid shit?
He's so used to lying.
Like I'm fine. I didn't touch nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't eat nothing. Here's the president right here touching everything. I joke that I feel like Cat Williams needs to come back.
Where is he?
Remember that? I don't know. Corona. Remember that joke he did on George Bush when he talking about George Bush fucked up everything. You remember that joke? Y'all remember that? Everything. I said he needs to bring that joke back and be like, I used to give George Bush a hard time for messing up everything, but how this president gonna mess up everything and then find some new things to mess up after everything else? I wrote the whole damn joke, and I think he needs to come back and say he needs to pay me for that joke. Cause that motherfucker needs to come back because I feel like
that little kid beat him up, he just went hiding.
Is that what happened to him?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, he got. I heard. What?
He got beat up.
By a little kid.
It was a meme because he was on the ground like.
Well, he joked. He joked about. Was it him or was that Kevin Hart that joked about that? Was that a kid? Was that a kid? Like, that was Kevin Hart. Like he used to joke about Shaq's kids. Well, maybe he's a little guy. I'm like dude, that's like me. I wouldn't work in a high school because I know I get my ass whooped.
Yeah, it was like.
Oh shit! I'm about to say the way you said. Yeah, I thought you were talking about me. Yeah, Chris, you get your ass whooped. I thought she was talking about me. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, you don't do that. Nah. 6th grade and up. No. Stay out.
Stay away.
They gonna whoop your ass. We're Mr. Fake. I used to work at a high school. Man. It was a bad experience. It was a bad experience. I used to hear him in the background. Because my dumb ass would walk with my arms out, and I would hear kids in the background like, "Why he walking like he's swole?" I was like, I had to try to force myself to keep my arms down. And shit. I was in my own head. Why am I walking like that? I ain't big.
Man, school is tough, man. Them kids is
relentless.
Yeah, they is.
I'm glad social media didn't exist. I feel like we're lucky, our generation.
Oh yeah.
Because we came from them yo mama so this generation. I don't give a damn about a comment. I'm like, everybody on YouTube, you can say whatever you want. Dude, I survived the 90s. Yeah. They used to say that shit to your face.
Yeah, and there was no escaping.
There was no escaping. The whole school would come down to listen. Oh, the whole damn school. You think comments, you can go, at no point in the 90s could you look at that bully in the face and just turn your phone off and he disappear.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that. That motherfucker will follow you. Follow you to your locker, to your house. He will follow you to your house to get more shit to say about your ass the next day. You know?
And don't let your parent come up to this.
Yeah, don't let your mama embarrass you. They would just be giving more. But a bully would be like, "Oh, this gonna be good. I'm gonna tell everybody."
You know what? I ain't never think about that. If social media was back when I was growing up,
oh, it would have been horrible. It would have been horrible, man.
And like the mean girls and like waiting on you in the restroom, like that's what girls had to do when they got bullied. Like
you would get bullied and then beat up, then bullied again.
Like when nowadays they worried about like what the mean girls are gonna say on a post.
Yeah.
No, it was real life. You like when you go into the restroom, it was like going into the jungle. Like
kids are naturally very sensitive. So we were dealing with some in your face social stuff. You had to learn to toughen up fast. Now I feel like I'm gonna say something that's gonna make people get mad because I'm not an expert about anxieties and nothing like that. I'm not saying nobody's anxieties are fake or anything like that. It is real because it's real to them. But I feel like the word anxiety came up. Like people used to even say that much. Anxiety was like a grown folks problem with depression. But now it seems like everybody's got anxiety. Like the word anxiety has now become for everything, and it's real because it's real for with them. But it's like it feels like more people's got anxieties now because they don't like we didn't know how to handle it when the bully was in our face and trying to beat us up and like for real. Now, because kids take whatever the problem is and think it's the worst problem in the world, now it's comments on a post now. Like back in the day, it was he gonna talk about me, then probably beat me up, then his whole friends gonna jump me and all like those were the problems. Now it's just what did he say about me on TikTok? I'm like, dude, just turn your fucking phone off. Like that's what a person in our generation would say. Yeah. But to them, it's the end of the world because that's their world. It's the worst thing in the world. Socialize. That's the way it is. Yeah, it's the end of the world. And in comparison, it's like, dude, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Like go back in time to the 90s and deal with that.
And then you got the instigators, like our instigators back then was like our friends waiting on us on the way to school, like you ready for this? Like
you would see that bully. Now everybody hide behind screens and stuff,
yeah,
and whatnot. And the messed up thing about
anybody could be a bully.
Yeah,
now you could be.
They could be smiling in your face, and they could be the ones bullying. Like parents. There was a woman that went to jail for that, where this woman was bullying one of her, like she was acting like the bully to one of her daughter's school mates and stuff, and they traced it back and found out it was a mother. Wow. Like because the girl killed herself.
Yeah.
And the woman that was bullying her was a parent, and she was like, well, she tried to her defense. Well, I didn't make her kill herself.
But you know what? I had a friend of mine some time ago. Her son had got into it with a girl he was dating, and he ended up posting the little sexual exchange that they had, and it was a bunch of drama behind it because she started to say he forced himself on her. But of course, I couldn't watch the whole thing. But when you see the first half of it, she's mounting him. So it's kind of like, okay, forcing you. Yeah. Y'all were together on this video. But she got charged because she shared the video. So she got charged.
Yeah, that's the rule, yeah.
The mother?
The mother.
If you if you share it, that's when you're involved. When those kitty like remember back in the day when
like
you used to take family photos of your kids or yourself as a baby. You could show private parts and stuff like that too.
Now you can't.
Now you can't, because even though technically it was still what they labeling it now as kitty porn. Technically in that photo, but that photo book was in your house and it wasn't getting searched. It would take a lot of effort to copy it and send it to somebody. But now that the internet has been invented, any pervert can just
jacking up everything.
Everything. Now that the internet's been invented, now perverts can take it and twist it and make it and do whatever they want with it. So now the shit that just used to be normal shit has now become a pervert's little playground now.
Yep.
So now you can't. Now it's not safe to take pictures. Now when my kids were babies, I had that in my mind. I'm like, oh, this is a fun moment, but then I had to take the phone and then angle it up to where you're not seeing nothing below the and whatnot. Like, I don't know what pervert might hack my phone and be doing. Those perverts existed back then, but now they got easier access now, and you can't. And it's harder to find them now. And it's a whole new world. We got a comment for a real quick one. I guess the mics are working because Wester Joseph says, I don't underestimate James Cameron. Real talk. Okay, James, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was thinking of saying that when we were talking about James Cameron. Even though I don't believe that Avatar 2 is going to it's not going to be I will underestimate him on that. It will not become the #1 highest grossing movie of all time. But at the same time, James Cameron proved 2 times in a row, don't ever get into the doubting James Cameron business. Because you wasted all of our money on this damn Titanic movie, and then it became the #1 movie of all time. Then it's like, what the hell is this movie that you making when out of space? It's just a reboot of your old movie. What was that movie he did? That was like a Pocahontas kind of a thing. That's pretty much exactly what Avatar was. But in space. It was, I forgot what the name of that movie was. And he wasted all that money, and then it became the highest grossing movie of all time. Then now he had the #1. Yeah, no. Yeah, the Fern Gully of real. I love that movie. But and now Avatar 2 is about to come out. And the reason why he delayed it was he was like, I want the technology to get better to capture what I'm seeing in my mind. I'm like, all right. Yeah, but 10 years is still a long time for that. And that 10-year gap, what did the MCU do? Now kids are the only thing that they thinking about now is Spider-Man, Iron Man, and shit like that. And now you gotta regain those people. Like I said, more people have died. More Avatar fans have died than are being born. And the ones that are here love the MCU. Now you gotta try to convince them to watch. I can't convince my kids to watch Avatar. They won't watch it.
Really?
They won't watch it. I'm like, they know it's probably, if they watch it, they're gonna be like. But because they weren't born when the first one was made, and
I hope he learns a lesson. Don't wait too long.
No, he learned the lesson. That's why he's filming part 2, 3, 4, and 5, all at the same time. They all. So when he's done with this, then they're gonna come out boom, 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 boom. But don't tell me that movie's gonna become the highest grossing movie of all time when it took this long for the sequel to come out. People's viewing habits are different now. Yeah. The only reason why, because in that case, all those other MCU movies should have been the highest grossing movie of all time. But the only reason why Endgame did it was because this was 10 years, 20 movies to lead to this big. It became an event. Avatar 2 will be an event. It ain't gonna be that type of event. People are now used to connections and stuff now. Avatar but at the same time, no. Well, this might be another good. The only two movies to take that top spot were movies that weren't connected to cinematic universe. Titanic wasn't connected to anything. Avatar at the time wasn't connected to anything. So, and now the only movie to then beat that was a movie that was connected to 20 damn things and shit. I don't think Avatar. I don't know. That's why I said maybe Avatar 3, maybe Avatar 4, but Avatar 2. Avatar 2's got too many hills to climb. No, I'm sorry. I came back. The only reason why I came back to that old topic is because we got a comment on it. Wester Joseph is obviously he works for James Cameron. He's like, I'm here monitoring the internet. Anybody that says James Cameron's name, I am hired to make sure I'm shutting your ass down. No, I'm playing with you. But like, dude, if James Cameron loyalists though, they'll get on your ass. Seem like in a heartbeat with facts and statistics. You doubted him with Titanic. You doubted him there. I'm doubting him.
Somebody on the internet on Facebook asked, was he overrated? And I said yes.
He was until Avatar came out. I mean, once he did it twice in a row, I'm not saying he's overrated.
But this is a what have you done for me lately kind of world we live in. And how long ago was both of those movies, Titanic and Avatar?
But at the same time, Titanic and Avatar are also separated by 10 years. Mm-hmm. Titanic came out in the 90s. Avatar came out in 2009. So it's been 10 years again.
If he comes out with this next Avatar, and it takes the top spot,
he is a god.
Yeah. No,
that would be it. He will be a god.
He's the god director. He
was the greatest director of all time.
Facts.
Like Michael Bay. They used to make fun of Michael Bay because they said all his Transformers movies were garbage, and they were, but they all kept making $1 billion. And Epic Rap Battles of History was joking about that. They had all these. They did a video where all these directors from the past, Steven Spielberg and Hitchcock and stuff, they talking about how they're the GOAT because they made all these classic things, and they would all make fun of Michael Bay. That looks like some shit Michael Bay would do. And then at the end of the video, Michael Bay comes out and goes, look, y'all can talk about being artists all y'all want. This business is about the motherfucking money. Like, that's it. I make Mark Wahlberg makes money. That's what I do. I make a fucking $1 billion. He said, I'll go to the bank and I'll sign a check with my nuts. That's exactly what he said. And it's true.
But with the Transformers movie, that's the cheat code because it's gonna make money in China
and stuff like that too. And it was true until it stopped being true. Then that movie stopped. Then that last one didn't make.
I think that goes for the same thing with the Avatar movies. See, anything that has... But
at the same time, he said, don't be in the business of doubting James Cameron, though.
I'm not. Anytime you have movies with major technology in it, it's going to do well in China. It was a movie, you said, man, it didn't do good. And I was shocked. You were saying it the last time. And I was like, I'm shocked it didn't do good in China because China likes those type of movies. Sci-fi. Star Wars movies. They don't do good in China.
They don't.
Yeah.
The way Star Wars hit America and all the rest of the world, it just didn't affect China that way. Like, we've been had robots. What y'all?
But this doesn't look advanced.
It don't look advanced for us. Like, we made the Power Rangers. What the fuck y'all do? Like, I don't know. But what if James Cameron foresaw? I go back to Corona. What if James Cameron foresaw this coronavirus, and that's the reason why
put it in there.
That's the reason why he delayed the release again, because he could predict that this virus is gonna come. Like, he predicted last year, like, this is gonna be a problem.
Like,
because when he delayed the movie to 2021 or 2022, I think where it's at right now. Everybody was like, fucking why? You delayed this thing like 5 times already again? And now that the virus is out, now it's like, oh shit. Well,
that makes sense.
It's glad. Now it's probably smart that it's not coming out this year, because nothing's coming out this year. So it would have been delayed no matter what. So it's kind of a good thing it's being delayed. So who knows? When the movie theater start coming back and people started getting excited about going out again, it might be the thing that make it a big event.
Oh man, this James Cameron movie coming out. We go back to the movie.
It's gonna cure everything. I don't know.
It might be smart move in the long run, James Cameron. It might be smart move in the long run. I don't know.
What else? We talked about the TV thing. We talked about the stores being shut down. Mm-hmm. Layla gave us the advice: go to your local Venmo gas station and get some toilet paper. Everybody gonna have
toilet paper and your water from the gas station.
Why are people getting toilet paper? Why is people running? It
don't know,
give
but
you
it's out.
diarrhea.
I don't know, but because it's out, I want to get some. Like, because it's literally going to shelves of empty paper towels and tissues.
Somebody said that Netflix its stock is gonna start going up now. Now that people are going home.
The kids are home, so.
Disney Plus,
all these streaming. That's why the virus was engineered to give a boost to these streaming services. Now, now you feeling me now? I'm fucking you now, huh? That's what's going on now.
I ain't gonna lie. I just paid for YouTube. No
YouTube TV? Or the red? YouTube TV or that red? That no commercials thing was that red. Thing. It was red, but I think they changed. I think they changed the name to YouTube Premium.
That's what I got.
So what is that? Like, there's no channel.
You can watch YouTube and then don't get any interruptions with those 5-second ads.
But you know what? I didn't even do that for that. I did it because
you want to watch the Karate Kid.
No, yeah, that too. But I did it. I did it because while I'm working, I have to look at the GPS. Mm-hmm. And if I go to the GPS, my YouTube shuts off. Mm-hmm. I want to still hear my YouTube while I'm locked in the GPS. So
this dude know we live, right? You know this dude just admitted on streaming that while I'm working, while I should be paying attention to the road.
But I did say I'm still looking at the GPS. I just want to hear what's going on YouTube. Yeah.
I'm still distracted driving.
But at the same time, I do the same thing when I'm driving. I'll have something on YouTube and I'll have it streaming, and I don't really watch it. I'll listen to it. That's why I'm into. That's why I do like movie talk and stuff like that too, because I like to do podcast types of media to where people don't even like really have to watch us and whatnot to enjoy it. That reminds me of another movie, man. You know what movie predicted today's way of? And I got the costume over here too. The Fifth Element. You remember that movie, The Fifth Element, with Chris Rock and all that? Chris Rock was a host of a radio show. Mm-hmm. This is the future, where obviously TV and all that visual effects and stuff. But for some reason, the biggest thing that was popular was a radio stuff.
Like a podcast.
Like a podcast. Before the word podcast was even a thing. Mm-hmm. Chris Tucker's character, Ruby Rod, was technically a host of a podcast. And he was the biggest thing out there. Radio was the thing that was big in the future. And that's technically like TV and streaming is what's going on, but but now it's like, what podcasts are you listening to? Yeah. It's all about podcasts now. That's why I want to do a skit with Ruby Rod. Like, well, hold on, y'all talking. Let me show you what I got. I think I'm joking. I got it right here.
Oh, wow.
Actually bringing out the costume. Oh my God.
I've been had this thing. Right? One of these days, y'all gonna see me up there, and I'm gonna be like, I think I ain't putting it on now. One of these days, I'm gonna be sitting on here, and I'm gonna be Ruby Rob, still alive. And I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna be talking to you. We are here with the news, Fugees. So tell me, what did Chris Tucker say on it? He said, "Tell me, Kobe, my man, are you excited?" And then, thrill. Commercial.
Come on. You know that's another movie I didn't never see all the way through.
The Fifth Element.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I know that Zeus is the president.
How you gonna not see The Fifth Element, man?
Man, it just didn't do it for me, man.
Everybody be quoting that movie all the time.
Didn't do it for me.
So all those references I was just talking about, they just went all over.
No, I seen bits and parts of it.
Copy, my man.
I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of movies that came out while I was working at the movie theater, for some reason I don't like them.
Because it reminds you of work. You were working at the time.
I had to watch them over and over and over, and it's like
I feel the same way about Borat. When I used to work in the movie theater when Borat came out, and that was the one movie I kept catching over and over again. And whatnot.
Boogie Nights.
Mark Wahlberg?
Yes, kept coming on over and over. I'm like, golly.
Kept catching the end when he pulled it out. Like, goddamn. Couldn't look away. Goddamn, that's big.
It's the.
Oh man. Okay, Okay, so what's that one movie that you just for some reason you don't like it, but everybody else likes it?
Everybody else like it.
I can't think. American Son.
I don't know if everybody else liked it though. My mom didn't like it.
The one movie that everybody else liked, but you just can't stand it.
I pretty much like everything.
Pulp Fiction.
Mad Mama Bear's like, what the hell is going? I've got a comment. Mad Mama Bear's like, what the hell is going on here? That's all she said. The news Fugees is just acting a fool here on this one. That's what we're doing. Well, right now, we ask.
What movie would you say?
The one movie that everybody likes that I can't stand. It's probably Borat. Maybe I couldn't get into any of the.
Brothers.
Damn. I couldn't get into any of the what was that prank show? The prank movie. It came from MTV and then it became a movie.
With Ashton Kutcher?
No, not Jack. Was it
Jackass.
Was it Jackass?
Jackass. Yeah.
Him. Any of his movies. I don't know why I couldn't get. Everybody was like, I love this. It was fun. I can't watch prank shows on a big screen. I'm like, what the
waste of time.
The only time I thought it was funny was that one joke that they did with that big hand that would come out and it spring out. Bam! There was this dude. They had a big ass giant hand and it was on a spring. And they pulled it back, and then the second you walk into the door, it would go poof when it hit you. And the guy was behind it going, "Hey, what's up, man? High five!" And he walks in like, boom, and right in his damn face, and he got knocked. That was the only time it made me laugh. But other than that, all those jokes is just.
I'll tell you another movie I can't stand that everybody seems to like.
Avatar.
Austin Powers.
Which one?
All of them.
You don't like Austin Powers? You didn't get it, huh?
No, I didn't.
That's what Mad Mama Bear said. You just don't get it. No, it came up randomly. I ain't mad. Like because we live right now. I guess YouTube done suggest. Look, let me tell you what's gonna happen with YouTube, y'all. Now that y'all can't go to the movies anymore, now that y'all can't go out and all that stuff, everybody's gonna be home watching their favorite podcasts and listening to their favorite podcasts and stuff like that. So strap in. You might as well start subscribing because we're gonna be here every week talking about some stupid shit and whatnot. So yeah, everybody's gonna be. That's one of the good things about, not good things. I don't mean to say it like that, but that's one of the things about being in this situation.
Well, one of the positive things we can say, it's going to start bringing families together to see your family more often.
Like, no, it's not. Look, Mad Mama Bear is on the internet right now. She probably sitting at the dinner table right now. Her mama like, put that damn phone down. Like, I'm trying to see what these three motherfuckers talking about.
Mad Mama Bear might be the mama. Come on, kids,
Like this. Mom, we hungry. When dinner going, like, shut up. I'm trying to see what these motherfuckers talking about. Talking about James Cameron and Corona. I'm telling you, dude, that's what's going on. Everybody's gonna be at home. They're watching Netflix. They're watching Hulu. There's gonna be a lot of babies being born. Y'all better be careful. A lot of things are spreading.
Facts.
A lot of things are gonna be spreading this time. There's gonna be a lot of births. There's gonna be 9 months from this time. Watch, there's gonna be a lot of babies being born. There's gonna be a lot of things.
Because with the fellas, they took away all your sports. All your sports.
Yeah, can't watch the NBA no more.
It's time to tap into your feelings, guys.
Tap something. I don't know. Okay, here we go. New topic. All right. So So you know what? I never asked. I don't mean to put you on the spot live. And is this friendship or is this a relationship?
Oh my God.
I'm asking. I'm sorry. The Mama Bear want to know. She just said, no, just playing. She said, yeah, it's 10 here, and I am the mama.
I told you.
Listen, she said it like Captain Phillips. Look at me. I'm the mama. The kids are in bed because I said so. Got a glass of wine, and I'm watching the news Fugees. The news Fugees on Talking Through the Media, but. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was just curious because I was just
What
saying.
made you ask something like that?
Because I'm nosy, Layla. I want to be in everybody's business.
I see.
And where are we? You see, she still ain't answered the question.
I said we was just friends.
We okay, man. My bad. Stay in school. Okay. Anyway, but I didn't want to say nothing offensive, so I just wanted to make sure the way things were at.
You don't want to pass off of that. You don't want to say
It's my show. It's my show, but it's your episode. That's where we at right now. Let's see. I actually wouldn't mind knowing if they're in a relationship. See, that's straight from mama. Mama want to know.
Mama.
Who is this mama?
Oh, we go back like me and Mama Bear go all the way to pre-K.
Hey, Mama Bear. We expect you to tune in every episode. Every episode now.
Send topics. How can Chris say something stupid to embarrass everybody on the show right now? But with everybody being quarantined and whatnot, and the fact that Layla don't wash her hands after she used the bathroom, I swear to God I did not hear any water. I swear to God there was no water.
He is lying, y'all.
So what's gonna happen with like these live TV shows and stuff like that? Like everything's being filmed in front of no audience and whatnot. Like what about shows like The View and things like that? Like is everything gonna be just on like rerun mode now? Or like, what do you have you guys heard?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I really don't watch none of those shows. The View.
It's uninformed.
This
That's
is
not a guy type of a show. That's like a.
I love The View.
Wait a minute.
I love The View. I watch Good Girls. Did y'all watch that last time I talked about that? Well, I remember I told you about that show. It's one of those shows that you get. I'm secure in my masculinity to admit that I like those kind of shows.
Why did you have to sit like that when you said that?
Because I'm comfortable. Why not? Because now that Mama Bear's here.
He's showing out for you, Mama Bear.
This is that I tune in for. Who are you talking about? I tune in for him. She's obviously talking about me.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
She's obviously talking about me. I'm the whole show. Look at this. This is the moneymaker. Look at that. Like, no, I got a punchable face. Everybody know that. Like, damn. Like, she only known me for like 2 days, and she like, I already can't stand this, mama. That's what she be saying about me, right?
Let me find out. Mama Bear is
somebody in the house. Like, it's probably Joy. Joy, like I don't like my fiance like I tell her all the time like just keep sending comments in, just compliment me. Like Joy is in the bedroom right now. Like I don't know what it is about that sexy guy in the black shirt with the 5 o'clock shadow, but he looks like a guy who's probably the greatest in bed of all time and sensitive to a woman's needs and can satisfy her with just a look. Like, that's right. That's what I'm telling you. That's how I'm telling you. Maybe no. I don't think that's not. So now I know it's not Joy because she said you're both cute. Talking about y'all too. I don't know what she's talking about.
You know, you're just making it up.
I don't know. I'm just making it up as it goes. She goes, I tune in for him. You're both. Like, I'm tongue twisted now.
She's talking about you guys.
Maybe. Oh no. Maybe she's talking about you too. Maybe she meant y'all both are cute together.
Why do you keep trying to?
I don't know. Maybe we went way off of Corona. Now we're on matchmaker mode now.
Yeah.
Now we got a virus coming up. We quarantine. People gonna try to make that into a flirting thing now.
Let's quarantine.
Like hey, let's how would you feel if a guy hollered at you like that?
No, I just actually posted something right there. Said everybody's catching a corona, and I'm here catching feelings for you. Like,
girl, you must be coronavirus because I feel like
no.
You must. What kind of flirt could you come up with on the spot using the coronavirus?
Using the coronavirus? Nothing.
Damn, you ain't got no game.
None.
I could come up with something like that.
Go ahead, let me see.
We ain't got enough time. Like, hey, girl.
Let me see.
Like, hey, girl, I wanna. You make me wanna wear one of those surgical masks because I'm so ugly. You don't want to see. I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, where you going?
Like, where's he going with this? Like, stop. Like, Like, nah, we met through Mad Squirrel, I think. I don't know what we're talking about now. We met through Mad Squirrel.
Is that a movie?
Is that a movie? What's Mad Squirrel?
But it sounds like it should be a.
Or is that a virus? The Mad Squirrel. I don't know what Mad Squirrel is. I'm borrowing that line. Which line?
The one you was starting off with?
No. She said, "Girl, I'm borrowing that line." So it must have been the one you said.
Yeah,
you said you got.
It was a meme. It was a meme.
It was a meme about we got a
Future. It was Future like texting somebody, and that was the caption saying everybody's out here catching corona, and I'm catching
feelings.
You must follow Hood. What's the name of that? The Instagram Hood something.
With like the memes?
Yeah.
Somebody just posted, my cousin actually posted it, and I just reposted it. So
because I like the.
She made up that meme. She just trying to promote it. I don't know who came up with it. She's trying to pretend like she didn't. She's trying to pretend like she didn't make it up. I don't know where it came from, but it was good.
Because it's funny. I would have took credit.
It's like everybody catching corona, but I'm catching feelings. That's a good one. I think the best line I ever came up with. I swear to God, this worked one time back in the day when I used to go to the club. I walked up to a girl and I said, "I ain't the finest nigga here, but I'm the only one talking to you."
Facts.
I said that to a girl one time,
and she had to laugh though. She had to laugh. It made her laugh.
I got the number. I don't remember how it ended. I remember how it ended. I said that one time. I was curious if it would work.
Talking about if anything, she had to laugh. It was.
No, I don't think she laughed. She looked. It made her head going. What the fuck? Let's see if he gonna buy me a drink or something. I don't know. I recovered. I don't know. It worked. I even put that in the song back in the day. I used to rap back. Don't you do music? Don't you? Mm-hmm. You what kind of music do you do?
Right now, I'm trying to tap back into doing the rap and spoken word.
So if I put the music on right now, you can freestyle.
No.
I try to put on the spot like that.
No. Yeah.
She be like,
tried to
put it on the spot. And
I have to get back into that mode.
You do a lot of when you can't think of what to say. Yeah. Trying to recover when you when
like
you
when I'm spitting.
When you spitting, you're like and hold up, I got it.
You gotta get your ad-libs down. You know that.
But yeah, I said that to a girl. What's the dumbest line I ever said? I even made a song about pickup line. I made a song called Pickup Line. Mm-hmm. I think the hook was like. The hook said that over and over again. I'm not the finest brother here, but I'm the only nigga talking to you. I'm not the finest nigga here, but I'm the only nigga talking to you.
I can't believe you
your parents must have had 2 nickels just to make a dime. You got a banging body, baby, that can make me smile. But before I change my mind, I gotta hit you with a pickup line.
Wow. You made a song.
I made a whole song about that stupid shit. Didn't go nowhere. I'll play it for you one night, but I remember those days. I remember that. He goes, 13. We have a mutual YouTuber friend. 13. We have a mutual YouTuber friend. Maybe okay. I think I know what you're talking about with that. But
Mad Squirrel.
Mad Squirrel. Girl, now we met through Mad Squirrel. We have a mutual. Okay, that's probably what the name. You're probably right. But yeah, that's.
I tell you a line that I used a lot. I always tell a girl, give me a slow yes instead of a fast no.
Yes, I have a boyfriend. And no, you can't get my motherfucking number. That's exactly what I would say to you on that shit. There's women out there that can't wait to cut you off at the ankles too with a comeback if they see it. Women are ruthless when it comes to that.
I just got like that though because of how guys
come
are
at
now. Now, like before, my best friend she was like, "Boy, don't talk to me." You know, she was always the mean one, and I was the one that like, "Oh, I'll give you my number." But now I'm like, cause guys are weird, especially on social media. They'll like just straight call you as soon as you press accept on a friend request. Your messenger is ringing, like.
That's some desperate.
And you know what I picture? What I picture, like if I answer this, I feel like it's gonna be a guy on the other side, like playing with himself. That's what I imagine in my mind.
Of course,
Robbie's right.
Of course. And whose fault is that? You for hitting yes. You accepted it. So
what if
now,
it looks like a
that's what I was saying.
person?
You said you opened the door. So now here it is. That's exactly how I would be. But that's their mentality. They like, well, Your Honor, she accepted the friend request. Them weirdos justify any bad thing.
Man, you gotta do your research on them. Like, let me see who's his friends and what he talking about. You gotta do your research on these.
Yeah, you're right. Guys in that. Well, okay. Here's the question: what was worse back in the day? Like you walk by in the club when the guy used to be like, "Hey, psst, psst, hey, little mama," and grab your hand, trying to. What was worse? Was it worse back then, or was it worse today?
I think it was a little worse back then because back then it was like, for me and my friends, outside was a thing. Going to meet up and. We stayed on the southwest part of town. Well, that's where I grew up in all of, my teenage years. Mm-hmm. So, my way of finding out my friend was home, I would call, and they were like, okay, yeah, she out here. So she outside. Okay, well, that means she not far from the house. So let me go walk however many blocks. I'm going to get dressed and go walk down here. And we were going to hang out and probably walk somewhere else far. And I just remember passing a group of guys and the whistling and hey, little mama.
Hey, little mama. Like,
yeah.
Shit.
I'm gonna forget you then. I
remember in the club. And you gotta remember, I'm from up north. Mm-hmm. Club girls come to the club, guys just grab them.
Yeah, I was too shy coming up, so I was never like. I eventually, when I got out of my shell, because I was shy all through high school and all that, and then when I started the club thing, it was because I was following my homeboy Jason Rodriguez, and he was always Mr. Popular, Puerto Rico, Suave and shit like that. So we go to the club, I would be mimicking whatever he do. He would be trying to get me to go the fuck away and stop being his shadow. And then when he got hurt, he couldn't go to the club anymore. But I was already so used to going every week. Then I started trying to go by myself. And then when I stopped, like I said, I used to have low self-esteem. I didn't know how to take a compliment. I didn't think like that for myself. I thought I had to try extra hard because I just knew I wasn't anything to anybody. But when I started going to the club by myself, and then when I stopped trying to go to the club for the intentions of getting with girls and just started just going to the club, just vibing and having fun, then that's when my popularity started going up because I wasn't trying to grab arms or holler at people. I was like, hey, how you doing? You having a good time? Like, hey, you want a drink? And it was just literally, I wasn't even trying to get a number, nothing. And they could sense it. They're like, this guy's not pressuring me. He ain't trying to be stupid.
That's what make the girls flock to you.
Yeah, they're like, this boy literally just bought me a drink just so I could have a drink, and then he just went the fuck away. And then all of a sudden, when I was like, really? And then when I realized that was working, then it became an
That's
act.
my way.
That's when it was like, you mean this nice guy act, actually. There's something to it. Okay, all right. Now in this pocket is going to be for my real drinks, and this pocket is going to be for my nice guy drinks. Okay. Now then I started working on my dance routines and stuff. I was the it man in the club. I had my own dance crew. Y'all have a whole life y'all ain't aware of.
That used to be fun.
What clubs was you hitting?
Metropolis.
Yeah.
Coco Loco.
Coco
and
Loco.
That's it.
Did y'all ever go to 8 Mile?
Once.
8 Mile. Where's 8 Mile at?
It was off of Hillcroft.
We're in Houston, Texas, by the way, y'all. So, I think I did that once. I think I've been to Jamaica a couple times.
Club Phoenix.
I don't think I ever went there. I don't know. I had my niche.
Maxie's.
I've been to Maxie. Was it the Roxy? Wait, was the Roxy or Maxie? It was
Roxy.
The Roxy.
Maxie's too. Roxy's on Richmond.
I used to love going to Coco Loco.
Coco Loco.
On a Sunday.
I only went there once.
It was. I remember it was. Who was hosting back then? I'm supposed to be touching my face, right? Who was the guy from 97 on the box back? It was that club Coco Loco. It was Rashizi and the Heezy. Yeah. He used to be, and then he would. After a while, we got so popular. He would, we got the All Stars in here, and then our routines for certain songs would come up. The bunny hop, da 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 da. All right, come on, guys, come on, go. We just do all those routines. We even had different versions of the bunny hop, and I would call them out 3. Dude, if I could find the video of from my ex, if I could find the video of my wedding, the reception, I brought all that back. It was like years since I had gone to the club, but I all my groomsmen were those guys just for the reception.
Do y'all remember a club called the Pink Monkey?
I heard.
Wasn't that club that was in Police Academy? Those guys in the leather be dancing and stuff.
Nah, man. This was a club downtown. They shut it down, man. It's too much.
Wow, what'd you do?
Too much wildness.
What is that club they had downtown that was underground?
Downtown Underground, yeah.
Underground.
Downtown Underground.
That's what it's called. No, it's called Underground.
Downtown Underground. You don't remember that? I don't know what it.
You know my
Downtown
nerves.
Underground.
They had like a lot of times they would do poetry down there.
No, this one like everybody was like on X pills and stuff like that. Yeah, this was like one of those type of clubs.
Mad Mama Bear says, yeah, she's right. You have to be ruthless, especially online, unless you want unsolicited pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still happening in 2020?
Oh yeah.
D pics.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Randomly. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
I remember one girl said something about like whenever a dude sends me a dick pic like that, I send him one back. she'll look up the nastiest thing she can find online and send it right back to his phone.
You have to, and that's what I thought about when you were saying. No, you said the guys would just grab the girls. That happened to me once. Like this guy.
You heard how she said it? Oh, that happened to me once. Once.
And it was matter of fact. What is that club on Richmond? Not Roxy's. It was right before Metropolis. It's on the right.
Jamaica. I wouldn't go into that one.
I went to Metropolis on
Thursday. Yeah. That's the salsa merengue Spanish night.
It's like the strip center is white. It's right before
I think I know what you're talking about. It's a white.
I think the Ava Center or something is next to it.
I was drunk.
Or they turned it into the Ava Center. Anyway, it was a lot. It used to be a lot of people there, and I remember walking through the crowd, and this guy just like smacked me on my ass.
I gotta hear this.
But guys,
and we've been married for 5 years.
Shut up, Chris.
They don't want these shorties to bring out guns.
Yeah, but no, they're not gonna do that now. But because you might hit a guy on the butt thinking that it's a girl, you know, you might grab something, grab a little balls with it too.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. But, what was that on Seinfeld? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But nowadays, maybe. And you'll be surprised how many dudes will they don't think this about themselves and they get caught up in that situation and they'll either have one or two reactions. They'll either freak out and they'll probably attack the person, or they'll be like, all right, well, nobody gonna find out about it. So
but how can you?
It'll cure you of ever doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't be doing that in the first place.
Shouldn't be. You think that oh my God, I wish I could tell. There was I'll tell part of it. I won't tell the whole thing. I won't expose nobody. I had a friend that when we went to a club and he was so drunk. He was new to town, so he didn't know where anything was, and everything was in walking distance. And he was so drunk, he was wasted. And I knew better. And he was like, "Hey, I gotta go back to the house real quick," because he was staying where I was at. And whatnot. And it was like I said, everything was walking distance. And I gotta go back real quick and go get something. I'll be right back. And I knew he didn't know where nothing was. And my dumb ass was so in the zone where I was having fun. I didn't feel like going with him. But I should have chaperoned him. I should have went with him, but I didn't. I let him go by himself. This dude disappeared all night. We never found out what happened to him. I stayed behind. I had friends everywhere, and trying to figure out what's going on with this dude. And we finally, like 6 o'clock in the morning, we finally found him. He came back and he told me his wild story. He said, dude, why did you let me leave by myself? You know, I was drunk as hell. I didn't know where nothing was and I didn't know where I was going. I'm like, well, then what happened? He said, well, I went left when I should have went right or whatever the situation was. And where he went was a spot that had it was a club where there were a lot of cross-dressers and transgender people and whatnot. And they were all right there. That's where that club was at. And he was just trying to walk by, and then I guess he said, according to him, he said one of them was like kind of like trying to holler at him to see if he was there for that reason. And my friend is very homophobic. So when the person like went up to him and kind of like tried to introduce themselves to him instead and touch him up with hey, how you doing, his instincts were just like, get your hands off me, like and kind of pushed him away. And he said, dog, the second I did that, it was like a fucking Bruce Lee movie. Everybody came from everywhere. I was like, doom, 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 doom. I was immediately surrounded. They saw was me push one of their friends, and the next thing you know, it was like Into the Dragon. It was like, dun, dun, they were ready. Now, he was like, dude, I swear to God, he said, I ain't never been more scared in my life. I like, because he a tough dude. He ain't afraid to fight. He's been jumped before. He ain't afraid to even get jumped. But he said, but after what I saw, he's like, I knew I wasn't going to survive none of that. Like, they were not playing. And I said, dude, so what'd you do? You fight your way out of that? And he said, I ran.
I died.
Exactly. I died. He knew he was gonna die. He said, I never ran so hard and so fast in my life. And they said they chased him for a minute, but they never could catch up with him. And I don't know how he got out of that situation. He bumped into somebody that recognized him, gave him a ride, and that's who he drove back.
Fortunate.
But he said, yeah. That cured him of his homophobia. Thinking that you can mistreat somebody because you think that they weak or whatever. No, they taught him that day. You messing with the wrong one. As tough and as masculine as he thinks he was, he's like, dude, I went out like they taught me a lesson that night. Like, I ain't never gonna put my hands on nobody like that ever again because they were gonna destroy me. So. That's probably what needs to happen to some dudes to learn to keep their damn hands to themselves and whatnot. So you ain't never did nothing. Did you ever used to do that? Grab the arm when somebody would walk by?
That's not even my personality.
Yeah, it never was mine either. I never got that. I never understood that. It works for some people.
The grabbing
the girl arm.
Passes you. So you've never done that.
There used to be dudes that would be posted up right in front of the ladies' room, waiting for that. Like, she bad. I'm gonna wait right here.
That happened to me this past weekend? Yeah. The party I
at Starbucks?
Not Starbucks. I just told you I was there. No, not Starbucks this time.
Can a sister just get some coffee without me? I'm not giving you my phone number. Like,
Yo, these guys were like...
They was posted up at the bathroom?
Yeah, by the ladies' restroom. And because me and my girlfriend, we were standing by the bar, just chilling, hanging, and I could see out the side of my eye like that they were standing there. And when because we had to pass them up to go outside, and they were like whispering. And the nice, like, guys, if a girl doesn't say nothing, that's nice. Like, if you're calling her or like, hey, come in. If she don't say nothing, keep walking. That's the nicest thing she could do. So like catch a drift, but some guys will keep pressing, and that was
maybe she didn't hear me.
Yeah, exactly. Let me try again.
Say mama.
The car horn honk and hey, well fuck you then.
And they worked their way over from by the restroom to the bar where we were at, and they were like you said, hey. Mm-hmm. Like, wait a minute, no.
Getting hollered at by T.I.? So it didn't work, huh?
No, I just was like, no, you're gonna get me in trouble.
What if he was cute?
No, still, I wasn't.
That's my theory. Like, it's sexual harassment when he ain't cute.
I mean, maybe. Okay. Maybe, but I don't like the cat calling. Even if he was attractive, I'm still not gonna. Hey. You gotta be like, excuse me, or something like that. Something more approachable than.
Yeah. Especially now.
The best thing to do is go up to him and be like, what is your name?
Or at least tell him, yeah. You know what? What movie was it? It was an Ashton Kutcher movie. I think it was called The Toy or something like Boy Toy or something like that. He was playing like a gigolo almost, like he was only going out with older women with a lot of money, and that was his thing. He said that when he was narrating the movie, he said, "I don't care what any guy tells you. All those pickup lines, that's all cheese. The best pickup line for a girl is just introducing your damn self, like how you doing? Your like my name is such and such. What's your name? That's the best pickup line that you can do. No matter what town you're from, what area, what club you in, no matter. That's the one.
Yeah,
everything else is cheese.
2.5 seconds. You have that little window. So that will make a girl engage or make a woman engage if you are introducing yourself. You know.
And majority of the time, he's the only one that did that. Everybody else, hey, say mama, hey.
There's a guy that I knew that used to that purposely would go to the club and would just straight up say, hey, would you like to go home and go have sex? And would just play and just that was his line. And he would and by the end of the night there was always one woman that he would go home with. He would do that all night he would play the odds. That was his strategy every time. He said 9 times out of 10 there's always one that will say yes. He went through like maybe all the 90% that said no, and then he finally found the one that was probably like I guess maybe drunk enough or had the same kind of mentality.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that there's a lot of women that go out for that.
Yeah, go out for that. And but then he said what happened to him one time. He said I was doing my thing, trying to play the odds and whatnot, and then I finally met my match. He said I walked up to this one woman. She was surrounded by her friends. He walked up to her and said his line, "Hey, baby, you want to go fuck?" And then she did this. She said, and she grabbed his dick and went, "No, thank you," and just turned back to her conversation. And when he said, he said, I died inside because not only did all of her friends laugh at me, all of my friends saw that shit, and that was it. That was the one night he didn't go home with no. He was shattered for the rest of the night. It was over. It was a wrap. But yeah, you're right. That's what he did. That's how you survive the coronavirus. Just look at it and go, no, thank you. But hey, all right. I know we've been going overtime on this. It's already been an hour and 30 minutes. It's way longer than we used to going. But man, all right, so guys, I'm gonna wrap it up right here, man. This is Jason Bell. We got Layla. Where's Layla LeBlanc? Layla LeBlanc. I don't know how I remembered that. I'm very bad with names. And Chris, we are I guess officially the news Fugees. Refugees from all them other weak ass YouTube channels that y'all be watching. This is the real one right here. This is the real spot right here on Talking Through the Medias. We talk about anything and everything. So if you guys want to throw a comment and suggestion, and you got any ideas of things that you think we should be talking about, just let us know right here. We're going to call it a wrap because I can already tell it's getting hot under these lights. I picked the wrong I'm sweating.
Beads on the top
of my head. I'm sweating. I picked the wrong shorts and I can feel them and I can smell. I got a whiff. Like, oh damn, I picked the wrong short. But like if I can sense it. But that's why I let him been scooting back the whole time. Like, damn, Chris, you got the wrong short. Musty ass motherfucker. But hey, we gonna call it right here. Comment below. Let us know what you guys think. Hit us up. You can always find me online on at T3Medias.com. Again, you want to tell everybody where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at StyleBell or Facebook at StyleJS_Bell.
And Layla, you can find her at Coco Loco every Sunday night. 21 to get in, 18 to get your drink on. It's get your shot on. Get your shot on. Where can they find you in Metropolis on a Thursday night asking for a hurricane?
But when I'm not there, no, I'm just playing. No, you can find me. I can't stand this kid. What I have to deal with.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead. You bouncing for that money.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, you can find me on Facebook at Layla LeBlanc and Instagram at Layla Allah.
All right, there it is. And hit us up on that T3Medias.com if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Let us know. And until next time, guys, peace.